Camille is a champion who we have to use bubble against in a very specific way. She only has one lengthy cast time, E, and everything else is too short to properly exploit. Q has no cast time, and when the enhanced attack lands, she gains a burst of movement speed. W we can kind of exploit, but only to make her choose between landing W and closing the gap on her target, or avoiding bubble. If you want to do this, then you throw bubble at her to one side and then walk in that direction. E.g., you bubble slightly to her right to make her walk to the left, while you also walk to the right. The effect of this is that if she wants to avoid the bubble, then she has to walk in the opposite direction and you can make space. But there are a lot of caveats in this scenario. She can eat the bubble and rely on the slow to catch up to you. Once the bubble wears off, you might not react quick enough to cast bubble in a way that stops her landing W. Or she could combo W with E and move too quickly to hit. Really quick, we'll just cover her R since it's also too fast to bubble. You do know where she will be since she lands on the champion she's targeting, and the silence she applies is one of those fake ones that only stops channels and doesn't stop you casting bubble. But the cast time is only half a second, and as we know, by the time you react to it and factor in latency, this is not enough to stop her from just walking to safety. That leaves her E as the only ability we can really exploit, and we can do so semi-reliably, but there are caveats. The first is that we can only really bubble against hooks that use most or all of the range. We need enough time to see where she'll end up on the wall, dash to the wall, and land bubble before she is able to recast E and leap off the wall. This means that if she starts close to the wall, or she uses a short E, then she'll end up on the wall very quickly, and then she can sit on the wall for a short amount of time, which means you can't bubble on yourself to protect her dash, since she can just delay her recast. If she does attempt a long-range E, then our response should be to instantly bubble on the wall where her hook connects, but position the bubble slightly further towards you, since then if she manages to get the recast off, then she still gets hit, while also still being within the hitbox if she tries to stay on the wall. You should also try to do this if she's trying to run away, because she only gets the range extension if she's dashing towards a champion. Where you want to position your bubble is a judgment call, depending on where you think she'll want to dash to. Just remember to position bubble slightly away from the wall, so you get a bit more hitbox to cover where she can dash to. And that's all for this week. Next week was going to be Cho, but actually he's not a practical target, as clunky as he is. I'll probably just upload a short video with the proof and do something like an in-depth look at how much value Shredder's passive actually gives. Toodles!